Laziness, the mask of genius. Have you ever been called lazy? You didn't study like the others. You didn't wake up early. You never joined the race to fight for a seat at the table. But maybe you're not lazy. Maybe you're just too smart to waste energy on meaningless things. You're not a fan of rigid discipline. You don't wake up at 5 a.m. just to prove you're trying, because you know success isn't about working hard, it's about working right. Bill Gates once said, "I choose a lazy person to do a hard job, because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it." Sounds strange, doesn't it? But it's true. Lazy people hate repetition. They despise inefficiency. So what do? They automate. They build systems. They create tools. They write code, just so they don't have to do the same thing twice. Is that laziness? No, that's genius. Elon Musk is lazy too, at least by traditional standards. He didn't want to keep pushing old car models, so he created Tesla. He didn't want to wait for NASA, so he built SpaceX. He wasn't hardworking in the usual way. He was just too lazy to accept slow progress. So he broke the mold and built everything from scratch, faster, smarter, and cleaner. Mark Zuckerberg? He hated small talk. He wasn't great at socializing. So instead of forcing himself to become outgoing, he built a platform where people could connect without saying a word. Facebook wasn't born from his love of interaction. It was born from his desire to make things simpler. In a small village, everyone walked back and forth to carry water from a well. They worked hard every day, sweating under the sun, except one man who sat quietly sketching something. People laughed. He's lazy, always drawing, never helping. But months later, when his water pipe system was complete, the entire village lined up to use it, and they paid him. The lazy man became the richest. Lazy people don't like wasting time. They ask, why do this by hand when a machine can? Why spend 8 hours when I can solve it in 1 hour? With the right tool. Why do it alone when I can delegate, automate, or collaborate? Their laziness isn't weakness. It's a form of intelligence. Some people try to be good at everything. Lazy ones, they focus on one thing they love and dig deep. 5 years later, the hardworking person has a perfect resume. The lazy one is now a specialist. Lazy people don't want to follow the 9-to-5 schedule. They can't stand routine office life. So they build businesses. They create systems. They figure out how to make money work for them. That's why lazy people are often the first to understand. Passive income, leverage, automation, investment. They hate repetition, so they invent. Too lazy to mop? They create robot vacuums. Tired of typing? They build autocomplete. Hate remembering passwords? Face recognition. Modern life? Built by people who refuse to do the same dumb task twice. Albert Einstein was once labeled lazy and dreamy by his teachers. He didn't like memorizing. He preferred to sit and think. But from that stillness came the theory of relativity, reshaping physics. Lazy people don't quit. They just refuse to follow blindly. They choose their own path, even if no one understands it. Not every lazy person becomes a genius, but nearly every genius was once misunderstood as lazy. So if you're sitting in front of this screen right now, feeling like you're not as driven as others, don't feel bad. Ask yourself, am I lazy because I'm weak? Or am I just waiting for a smarter way? If you're thinking, learning, building silently, you're not lazy. You're preparing to leap. The world doesn't need more people who run fast. It needs people who stop and ask, why are we even running? It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is, are you brave enough to follow your own way, even if it's slower, different, misunderstood? If yes, then congratulations. You're not lazy. You're quietly building a revolution. Laziness, done right, is the beginning of brilliance. Embrace your difference. Let your quiet refusal to settle become your loudest success.